Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! I'd like to show you this card. It uses the Darling label punch, and I saw this in the catalog and I thought, oh, just the box alone is beautiful. Inside of the box is a kit, basically. It comes with 2 stamp pads, those little Stampin' Spots, a block, some stamps, and a punch. So you will need to add some paper and adhesive. The paper I'm adding is the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. These are sized to go through the mail. A piece of the 2018-2020 Designer Series paper. This paper comes 6 by 6. I've cut this at 2 by 3 so you can get 6 pieces out of one piece of 6 by 6. And I have a piece of Night of Navy that is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And a scrap of Whisper White. It needs to be at least 1.5 inches square, but you're going to want it larger than that so you can hold on to it in the punch. And I will need dimensionals and possibly some snail or multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm also adding a piece of this gingham ribbon that's Night of Navy. This card would really work with any of these stamps. My first one is the Happy Birthday Friends. I'm going to show you this one just because it's a little trickier. So I want to show you what you need to do if you're going to use this one. I'm going to ink this stamp up with the Night of Navy. And I want to show you that the problem is that the leaves go beyond the size of the punch. So I'm actually going to ink this again and stamp it a second time. With all of the other stamps in this kit, you only need to stamp it one time. So one of them I'm going to punch out. And this one I'm going to cut out. But I don't need all of this. I just need those leaves that stick out. And so then I just need to adhere this to the back of the punched one, matching those leaves. And I don't think anyone would notice. There is another product that you will need that I didn't already tell you about. You probably already have it, is bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is getting a little bit harder to find. You can buy a huge roll of it at the hardware store, but you probably still have some around. Maybe you are like me, a hoarder. More common is this larger bubble wrap, and Stampin' Up! Actually uses this. You can use this. Here's a sample that I printed with the Night of Navy. It does have much larger dots. Hopefully you can find this size. So I'm going to ink my bubble wrap. And I need it at least as large as the front of the card. So I'm just going to put the front down, cover it up, and rub over it. And you get this lovely dotted print. Then I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to, from the back, I don't know if you can see where it is. I'm slipping the corner in right there and punching all 4 corners. I'm thinking that I can probably punch them at the same time. Let's see. Yep, not a problem. So I'm just trying to line up the edge of the cardstock with the edge of the punch. Oops. Doesn't matter which corner of the punch or the paper that you use, whatever's more comfortable for you. Then I'm just going to adhere my Designer Series paper, centering that. And I just want to tie a knot around this with the gingham ribbon, right over left. And I always like to use my third hand, a simple clip, alligator clip from the hardware store in the electrical department. So I did right over left, this is left over right. If you pull one side pretty tight and then just snug it up with the other, you'll get a beautiful knot. Put that in the center, a little fluffing, a little snip. Some dimensionals, and we'll put dimensionals on the back of the little tag as well. And just set that centered in the card. And this one centered on the top part. If you want to get really fancy, you can ink your envelope. Just slip your flap onto your paper, but then you do still want to cover up that ink to rub. And you have your flap inked. And that's it. A very lovely card with very minimal supplies. You can keep all of those supplies in your beautiful tin. If you would like the directions for this card, come on over to bevadams.com. Here's the direct link for that project. Or if you're watching on YouTube, the direct link will be down below. Talk to you soon. Bye.